We often think of colonial history as the English people taking land. But the story of this place starts with a gift. In 1664, the great sachem Metacom, known to the English as King Philip, granted this land to John Sassamon. Why? Because Sassamon was indispensable. He was a cultural broker. When Metacom needed to write a letter to the governor of Plymouth, Sassamon held the pen. When the English lords began to squeeze the Wampanoag, Sassamon was the one who translated the fine legal print. This deed wasn't just a paycheck. It was a strategic move by Metacom to keep his most valuable diplomat close by placing Sassamon here at the crossroads of Damascus, in a place now called Betty's Neck. Metacom became an anchoring bridge between the Wampanoag heartland and English settlements. But here's where the story gets a little complicated. In June of 1665, the Plymouth court stepped in. They granted Sassamon this land to him and his heirs forever. The court hath granted unto Sassamon, alias John Sassamon, a parcel of land at Assawampet Neck. Notice the language? The English didn't just recognize Metacom's gift, they redefined it. To Metacom, this was likely a grant of use, permission to live and farm. But to Plymouth, it was private property. By deeding this land, Sassamon was being pulled out of the Wampanoag world of communal territory and pushed into the English world of individual ownership. Sassamon is a man between two colliding worlds. He became a man with a title, a map, and a bit of a target on his back. In the 17th century, praying Indians with a deed was a threat to both sides. To the English, he was never quite English enough. To the Wampanoag traditionalist, he was becoming a tool of colonial expansion. In January of 1675, in a winter much like this one, John Sassamon disappeared. His body was found right out there under the ice of Assawampet Pond. The English claimed he was murdered by Metacom's men for betraying Wampanoag secrets. They arrested 3 of Philip's advisors and tried them under English law and hanged them. That was the spark. 6 months later, New England was in flames. King Philip's War, the bloodiest conflict per capita in American history, had begun. Today we call this Betty's Neck, named for Sassamon's daughter, Ashawitu. She fought for decades in the English court to keep this land, using the very deed her father helped create. When you stand here in the snow, you aren't just looking at cranberry bogs and park and open space. You're looking at the site of a legal experiment that failed, a place where paper and ink couldn't stop a coming storm of war. And you're looking at a place where John Sassamon died between two worlds.